Hey, how did the date go last night? She's so pretty. And she seemed to be really nice. I really liked her. As soon as I met her, I knew I'd have to introduce you guys to each other. She's totally your type. You really know me so well, Wes. Thank you again for setting us up. I want to hear all about it. I was so excited to come to work today to ask you about how it went. I feel like I had to sneak up here to get to your office. The vibes were great, to say the least. We already planned our second date. I asked her if she would want to go out again, and she said yes. We're going out again this Saturday night. Isn't that great? No way! You guys are already set up for another date? That's awesome! I'm so happy for you guys. I knew she would like you. You're a great guy. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. So, what did you like about her? Not only is she beautiful, but she is super funny and seems to be really kind. Plus, she has a great sense of style. I was shocked by her fashion choices. It's not necessarily the kind of stuff I would normally go for, but she looked very nice. I'm just not that into luxury clothing, you know? Yeah, I get you. I'm not really into that kind of stuff either. Regardless, I'm happy for you, Ash. Finally, my friend is going to get into a relationship with a good girl. Don't forget to buy her some nice food. You need to be a real gentleman. What's up? Why are you calling me during work? Are you too lazy to come up here and see me? Dude, I thought you said the date went well. It did go well, like I told you earlier. We even planned another date this weekend. I told you all about this. Why would you think it went poorly now? Then why is she reacting like this? I just spoke to her on the phone and she asked why I introduced her to a jerk like you. What are you talking about? I paid for the meal and the taxi ride home. I rode with her all the way so she would feel safe and walked her to the door to her apartments. She seemed really happy and excited during the date. Are you sure you didn't say anything that might have offended her or something? Not that I can think of. Why would she agree to go on another date with me this weekend if I really made such a huge mistake? I'm just asking because why else would she be freaking out at me? She just sent me a ton of messages. I don't understand what's going on. I'm just as confused as you are. Maybe I should give her a call later and see what's going on. Maybe wait until tomorrow or something. I think she's pretty upset. Hi, Laurel. It's me, Asher. The guy you went on a date with on Wednesday night. Huh? Why are you messaging me? I heard from Wesley that you were pretty upset after our date on Wednesday. I'm just reaching out to ask you about it. Of course I was upset. I was pissed he introduced me to someone like you. What a waste of my evening. I'm sorry if I misunderstood, but I thought the date was going well. We were getting along and laughing a lot. I really thought we were having a good time. Was that really all one-sided? You really thought it was going that well? I was just trying to be nice and get home safe, obviously. I don't know you. You could be a freak stalker or a murderer or something. Oh, I'm sorry if I made you feel that nervous or unsafe. I just can't understand what I did that caused you to feel that way. Did I do something wrong? Was there anything I did that was offensive? I am extremely busy today, and you're really asking me to explain everything like this? This is extremely annoying. A waste of my time. Don't contact me again. I really wanted to figure this out, but I understand you might be busy. When you feel better, please reach out and let me know what I did wrong. I want to make sure I don't make the same mistake again. If I did or said something that made you feel unsafe or nervous, please tell me. I never want to make anyone else feel like that. Hello again, Laurel. Do you have time to speak today? Would it be okay if we chat about this again?
Excuse me, Asher. I thought I made it clear that I didn't want you to contact me again. Do you think I'm just sitting around all day doing nothing? That I'm just free to talk whenever you want? I'm busy. I have to work. I don't have time for this nonsense. Not like you would understand, though.
Excuse me? What are you getting at?
Look, Asher. Even if you don't have any money, you ought to have a good personality. I thought that everyone knew that. It's apparent that you have neither.
What? Laurel, I don't understand what you're saying. Are you telling me I'm poor and have a bad personality?
That is exactly what I just said. I don't want to waste my time with a guy like you. I have no plans on going on another date with you because it's not going to go anywhere. I don't want to be objectified by someone like you either. It's clear to me that you're the kind of guy that objectifies women.
Why would you think I'm the type of person to objectify women? Did I say something to give you that impression? If that's the case, I'm so sorry. I have never meant to be misogynistic or anything like that. I've tried really hard to be a good guy, but if I said something that hurt you, please let me know.
Listen here. You said you're turning 33 this year, didn't you? You don't even have your own car. You said you still live in a studio apartment. That's so childish. You need to grow up and start acting like a real adult.
We live in New York City. Everyone has a studio apartment because it's extremely expensive to live here. Plus, there's nowhere for me to park a car. If I had one, it would be a waste of money. Do you know how much it would cost to park it in the city? Not to mention the rising prices of insurance and gas. Why would I waste my money on that? It's more convenient for me to walk or take public transportation.
You're hilarious. Real men have their own vehicles and can afford the cost to maintain and upkeep them.
Okay. What's that?
This is one of my past boyfriend's car. It was a Porsche. If you're really about to turn 33, you ought to consider acting like a real man. That's all I'm trying to say. Excuse me? Why aren't you answering me? You owe me a response.
I was working, so I was rather busy.
You were busy working? You don't earn more than $2,000 a month with that job. Are you really so dedicated to your low-paying job that you can't answer me?
Are you saying the reason I'm a loser is that I don't make enough money? My salary isn't good enough for your standards?
Yes, I'm correct. Sounds like you finally figured out what the issue is.
Honestly, I'm glad you revealed your real feelings. Is there no other reason you think I'm a loser? It's just because I'm poor by your standards.
It was that and the clothes you wore on our first date. I mean, you look like a homeless person, for crying out loud. You could have put in a little more effort. Where did you get that stuff? A thrift shop?
Yeah, I did actually. Because there are plenty of good clothes out there that will just end up in the landfill.
Ah, whatever. You'll never know what it's like to wear something with a crisp, high-end logo.
Why are logos so important? Who cares about that kind of stuff?
Most people do. You should wear high-end brands proudly and show it off.
I think that's stupid. You're a superficial, greedy prick. That's what I thought about you at first, but I changed my mind. I guess my first impression was correct.
What? How could you say that?
Well, I'd love to keep talking like this with you, but I'm really busy right now. I hope you meet a nice rich guy who has a fancy car and wears high-end clothes. Wow. Is that real? She really said all of that? I never thought I'd get set up with a girl like that. I'm so sorry, dude. I can't believe she really said all of that. So, this is really the end of your connection, right? I mean, you're not going to keep speaking to her, are you? Yeah, this is the end. It's over. What else would we speak about? I could go the rest of my life without seeing her, and I would be very happy. I'm so sorry for setting you up with her. If I had known how crazy she was, I wouldn't have done it. I promise I'll try to make it up to you by buying you a meal. You're serious? Because if so, I want steak. You promise you're going to buy me food? I promise. I put you through so much trouble, I ought to make it up to you. Thank God. Send me the address. Okay, here it is. Yo, that place is insanely expensive. Are you serious? You know I can't take you here. You said you'd buy me anything. Besides, this is where I was going to take Laurel this weekend. I already booked a reservation and everything. I would hate for it to go to waste. Dude, that place was amazing! Thank you so much for inviting me. This was really nice. Maybe I should take you out on dates more often. Maybe I wouldn't mind. Not if I get to go to fancy restaurants like that every weekend. That was incredible! Hold on a minute. You were the one who said you'd pay for the meal, but you conveniently forgot your wallet at home. I'm starting to think this was a setup. Ah, you got me. I'm a good-for-nothing gold digger. Thanks for paying, though. I'll send you half on Venmo. I promise next time I will really pay for your dinner. Oh, and if I find an actually nice person to set you up with, I will. Oh, get lost. I don't want to go out with any other girls you pick for me. Not after the last one. Thanks again, dude. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Hello again. Could you spare me some time? I'd like to speak with you.
Oh, what a pity. I am so busy right now. I think it would be best if you didn't contact me anymore.
What? Hey! Don't be so rude!
Yo, what do you think you're doing? Why are you blowing up my phone? You've called like 10 times in the last 15 minutes.
If someone calls you, you should answer. Why won't you answer? You're the one being rude here.
I already told you that I am swamped with work. I don't have time for this.
It's literally Sunday evening. What work are you swamped with? Well, the least you could do is answer one question.
I recall that earlier this week I reached out to ask you a question and you refused to answer it. You should answer my question first and then I'll consider answering yours.
No, answer mine. I technically answered yours. You just didn't like my answers.
Fine. I will answer 3 questions and 3 questions only.
Did you go to that fancy steak restaurant yesterday? The one on Commerce Street?
Yes.
Are you serious? Okay, my second question. You took someone to the restaurant with you, didn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't force them to pay for you. You really bought them their meal?
Yeah, I paid. I'm the one who invited him.
How could you afford a meal like that on your salary? You can't have enough extra cash to go to that kind of place regularly. How did you take him there?
This is really the question you want to ask? You're already on your 3rd question.
Stop messing around! I'm being serious! Answer my question!
Wow. Seems like you have some anger management issues, Laurel. I already answered all of your questions. But if it's really important for you to know, I don't earn a small salary. I don't know where you heard $2,000 from, but that is not how much I make a month.
What are you talking about?
I don't think I would be able to afford to live in this part of New York on that salary.
No way. How much do you make then?
Well, I work in sales. So I have a base pay salary and I get commissions and bonuses each month depending on how much I sell.
So how much do you make?
Enough to live in a high-end fancy studio apartment in a non-crappy part of town.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
That attitude of yours is really repulsive. You're so rude and can't seem to be polite for the life of you. I get that you're curious about me and you have a lot of questions, but I don't want to continue speaking like this. Especially not over text. It's getting annoying. I'm glad you outed yourself as being superficial and fake early on. Don't want to waste my time with someone like you.
What did you just say? Are you done? Did that make you feel good? You're such a freak, Asher! How could you say something like that to me? Are you seriously not going to respond to my messages? Rude! You little jerk! Look, I'm sorry, Asher. I am sorry for how rude I was. I shouldn't have gotten so angry and spoken to you like that. I sincerely apologize. I just want to speak to you civilly. Please just look at my messages.
Have you taken some time to reflect on your actions and the things you said? First of all, how did you know I went to that restaurant? I think I might have seen you. Were you working the cash register?
I see you're a bit surprised. I saw you go outside and get into a nice car with your friend after you paid. Earlier, you told me that you didn't own a car. Why were you lying to me?
I do have a car. A nice one. It's expensive to maintain and to pay for private parking. I don't usually tell people about my wealth on a first date. I don't usually drive my car in the city. I use it a lot to travel out of the city, though. Often to meet my family or visit other states. Oh, and what you said about me looking like a homeless person. That was horrible to say. Incredibly rude to perpetuate stereotypes about people without homes and to stigmatize it. I did wear thrifted clothing, but I also have fancy high-end stuff too. I believe in balance.
Oh my god. You're like super rich. How much money do you make at this job?
My job isn't really that important. I started and sold a business in my early 20s for a large sum. I also invested in some stocks and have earned a lot of money that way. Have I satisfied all of your curiosities?
Asher, I'm so sorry for how I acted. Recently, I got laid off from my corporate job, so I've been working at the restaurant. My friends started to look down on me, so I was looking for a guy to help make me look nice. I was looking for someone like you.
Ah, I see. You just want me to pay for everything and become your rich boyfriend.
Well, not exactly. I just want a second chance. I misunderstood you before. Would you like to meet next weekend? We could go to a nice restaurant and talk about all of this.
Ha! Wow, that's crazy. You called me a loser. Said that I was a waste of your time. You are so shameless. You really want me to give you a second chance after all you said?
Please just give me one more chance. I promise I'm a good person. I was crazy before to reject you for such superficial reasons. Please just give me another chance.
Get lost.
Please, I'm begging you, Asher. I'm a very nice person. A good person.
Go find yourself another man who will put up with your crazy attitude and hunger for money.
You jerk! You should have given me another chance. If you were a good guy, you would look past all of this and understand my situation. Answer me! You owe me a response! Asher! You think you're better than me just because you're rich and I'm not? I think you're making a big mistake right now. You don't know who I am or what I'm capable of. I must be going insane. I'm sorry, Asher, for how I've been acting. I won't contact you like this from now on. I promise. Hi, Asher. I drank a lot last night and got pretty drunk. I seem to have deleted all of my messages with you. Did something happen? Did I say something crazy?
Don't pretend like you don't know what you did. I'm over this whole act. Get lost. Laurel continued to call and message me, trying to get a response. Eventually, I blocked her number, but since she knows my friend Wesley, she showed up to my work. She barged into my office and made a big scene. She was escorted off the premises by security, and I reported her to the police. I may file a restraining order if she keeps this up. She kept asking me to give her just one more chance, but I couldn't. After that, I never went on a date with someone I didn't meet myself. I was too scared I would meet someone like her again. Recently, I met a really sweet girl who works at a nearby coffee shop. I go there almost every day, and sometimes she gives me coffee for free. I think we've been flirting, but I want to be sure before I ask her out on a date. I think I'll take her to a nearby pizza joint. She doesn't seem to care much about money. At least not yet. I'm hoping this will go somewhere, but if it doesn't, I'd be okay with just being friends.